This is the Football Show. Today marks 1 year since Rangers' Glen Kamara said he was racially abused in a Europa League tie by Ondrej Kudela. It resulted in UEFA banning the Slavia Prague player for 10 matches for racist behaviour, but Kudela has always denied any wrongdoing. Livingston assistant manager Marvin Bartley, who is an equality advisor for the Scottish FA, went to meet Kamara at Ibrox earlier in the week to look back on a moment Kamara says will live with him forever.
Obviously, nearly a year to the day, 20 yards away from where we're sitting now, an incident took place. Kind of talk us through that.
We was down probably about 2-0. 1-0 at the time. Yellow cards, red cards flying about in the game. It's getting a bit hostile, really. I think there was a foul on one of their players right in front of me, and everyone's rushed over, like ref, yellow card, and we're going back and forth with some of the players, and I'm just like, shut up to the boy Kudela. And he said, shut up back to me. And then I was like, oh, big man. Yeah. Just bantering it off, you know. Nothing ever happens on the pitch, you know.
Done that to me a few times, yeah.
Exactly. He was like, 1 second, my friend. He came over, whispered what he whispered into my ear. And I reacted. I think everyone can see the shock in my face when it happened, and it's my teammate Bongani Zungu. He was there and he heard it. So so many different emotions ran through my head at the time. Probably just like anger, embarrassment in a way, which it shouldn't be. We're on a football pitch. If I heard it from a fan, I'll take it in a bit more. But like a player, it's just like, how should that happen? Why should that happen? It shouldn't, a lot of different emotions going through my head. The manager spoke to me after, and he was saying to me, do you want to come off the pitch? But it's like I couldn't hear him. He kept on shouting my name, and I'm right next to him, but I couldn't hear nothing. And I was just like, tunnel vision, and I was just like, what is going on? Like, how did that just happen? On TV, my family, my friends are watching, it's embarrassing, how someone just said that to me and got away with it. Do you know what I mean?
You spoke about embarrassment as well. That was one of the words you used the kind of the first time round, and I think it's important for people to know that I know what you're saying, because I've been racially abused online. Never on a pitch. That would be, I think, a whole lot worse, and that's not me playing down being racially abused online or anything else, because from one professional to another. But the word embarrassment, it's almost like we're embarrassed to be the colour we are, why?
It's mad.
And why should we ever feel like that?
We shouldn't, and it's weird, because I remember thinking why am I feeling like, I was so angry, and I was like, wow, I feel a bit embarrassed, but why am I feeling embarrassed? I'm here like everyone else playing the game, why am I feeling like this? But I don't know, at the time it was just how I felt, and those whatever moments made me lead to that moment. So it was I don't know, it's hard to explain, man.
Was there ever something that you ever thought would happen on a football pitch?
No, definitely not.
Even with all the stuff that's going on social media, you never thought it would spill out?
No. Like I said, it's different from a fan. They're gonna shout whatever they're gonna shout, but a player, it's like, why? Yeah. And the fact that they were winning the game as well is like, why would you?
No need, yeah.
You're in cruise control, you're about, do you know what I mean? You're going through, why? Do
you wish now that you walked off the pitch?
Yeah. Like I said, the manager was trying to call me and ask me, do you want to walk off the pitch? I'll support you, do you know what I mean? And I kind of wish I did knowing it'll put the competition in a place where it's like, what do we do here? Do we kick them out, or do we give Rangers a bye or something? Do you know what I mean? And it'll put them in a situation where they've probably never been in. Do you know what I mean? Not many players have actually walked off. I think a few back in the day or so. But I kind of wish I did.
So again, God forbid that is to ever happen, but if it does happen again in the future, you think you'd,
Yeah.
you know, if you had a clearer mind, you would walk off.
Yeah.
The gaffer spoke to you, and I think this is an important thing to speak about when you talk about reactions, and you said you couldn't hear him. Obviously, people said stuff to you on the pitch. Can you kind of explain the difference between a racial incident and, you know, somebody saying anything else to you?
Yeah, obviously it's different, you know. I don't know if anyone will really have that feeling if you're not racially abused, like, themselves, you know. Obviously, like, you know, I played against you loads of times, I played against loads of boys, you know. If we say each other, it's like, you idiot, you whatever, like, it's nothing.
Of course.
Like, do you know what I mean? Yesterday I had someone saying, oh, you idiot. And I'm like, all right, you're an idiot.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? It's nothing. But when someone racially abuses, it's just a different feeling, man. I don't know, man. Just rush of blood, like, anger, disappointment, everything, man. Just so many different emotions going through your mind.
And when you get back to the dressing room, how are you feeling?
Probably in just disbelief, you know, shock. A lot of people were messaging me like, what did he say? Like, what happened? And I think everyone's just trying to, like, everyone's like, oh, I know he said something because you're so calm, you don't react like that, and da-da-da-da. And I was just like, I know the support is there. And even like after everything happened, I had everyone supporting me. I had like random people message me. I had big players from Premier League and all over like messaging me, which was really nice. And I had loads of support, you know, my friends, my family, everyone around me, which was nice. Moving
forward a little bit, you then go and play against Celtic. Scott Brown comes from his half to obviously come across and obviously show his support. Now, how was the feeling when that kind of happened? Yeah, you know, I guess a nice feeling, you know, one player to another, just respect really. I appreciate it, and that's about it really. Yeah. I know you started out at Arsenal as well, and then obviously, you know, drew Arsenal in the next round, and the Arsenal players kind of took the knee, etc., and they spoke extremely well about it. I know you're an Arsenal fan, so how did that was feel? Nice. That was really nice. Yeah. You know, I spoke to like a few of the guys. One of the boys who still works there, and I was kind of close to. He was just like, oh, like the players really support you and stuff like that, and it was really nice to hear. So, I appreciate that as well. It was really nice. How important was it to have Rangers as a club and the fans behind you? Oh no, everyone really supported me. Like the fans done loads of stuff for me, like big banners and fireworks. It was like really felt that. It was really, really, really nice. And I appreciate them big time. You know, teammates, everyone was really supportive, from the manager, like the chairman, everyone, the whole club was just like really looked after me in that time. And everyone just really supported me, and I enjoyed it. How was your mum, that first call you had with her after leaving the pitch after the racial incident? Can you remember? Well, I had a lot of phone calls. It was a late one, late call. I got home late. You know, she was upset, asking me how I am, and, you know, just really trying to comfort me, like, oh, you know, you're gonna be okay, it's all right, like, don't worry, you've done me so proud, da-da-da-da. You know, she's always been there for me, always supported me throughout my journey, so, yeah. How does that make you feel, knowing that someone has said something to you and in turn that's upset your mum? Yeah, you know, not nice. Like I said, I think that's what probably brings that whole embarrassment feeling and anger, disappointment really, so it's not easy, but I know, you know, when I step on that field, I'm always going to try and make her proud. Do you ever have flashbacks of it, like, in terms of, do you ever sit at home sometimes and kind of go back to and think, wow, how has this actually happened? Like, almost like a nightmare? I wouldn't say I have nightmares, but yeah, I've thought about it definitely, like, or more so maybe like when people ask me, or like when I go back to London, for example, like, people might not recognise me as a Rangers footballer. They would recognise me as, oh, you've been racially abused. Oh, I saw you on TV. Like, I remember going back to one of my friends' burger shops he owns, and he was like, oh, a guy come in and he was looking at me like a couple of times, and he was like, you that
guy got raped, and I was like, yeah, that's me. Like, but he didn't recognise me for football. He recognised me for that situation.
Is it something that you live with in terms of social media? You know, do you go on there from time to time and people will be, you know, in your inbox racially abusing you in regards to what happened, you know, in that incident?
Yeah, you know, definitely, you know, when, especially like, let's say there's any kind of news that comes out about me or him or something, like they'll like tag me or they'll DM me and like in my requests and stuff like that. So it's every now and then. It's probably way less than it was before, but yeah, they still pop up and message me or comment on my pictures or whatever. So yeah, that incident definitely, I got to live with it.
Well, Kamara's Rangers teammate Connor Goldson was subjected to racist abuse on Instagram after last night's Europa League victory over Red Star Belgrade. Goldson didn't post anything on the social media site after the win, but users replied to one of his old posts with monkey emojis and other racist abuse in Serbian. Rangers strongly condemn the abuse, calling it sickening, and the club say that once again it raises serious questions for social media companies who allow racism and other abuse to continue without responsibility or accountability.